Many of the small islands just offshore from Krabi, about 20 minutes by boat, are rarely dived because often the visibility is not so good and often there's a very strong current. I went out there on a day when the viz was quite good, very little current, and you can see here just how healthy and vibrant the reefs are. They have an astonishing amount of life on them. Covered in soft coral, good hard coral gardens right here. This is a big school of big eye snapper. Lots of gorgonian sea fans. You can see in this shot just how lush the reef is. There's lots of anemone fish on these dive sites. This particular species is called a western clownfish. All anemone fish are actually in the damselfish family, and they develop a resistance to the anemone over time, and eventually they move in and make the anemone their home. Much of the reef is very strong, healthy, hard coral. And you can see this section here, it's just fantastic. I mean, it really is, it's like a painting. This guy, this is an intermediate harlequin sweetlip. So he's halfway through his change from juvenile to adult. This guy here is a Hexagon Grouper, and you'll see why he's called a Hexagon Grouper. He's covered in these hexagon patterns. That's a very beautiful fish, very hard to film, very shy. You don't see this particular coral very much in the Andaman Sea. It's called mushroom coral. And this is a classic example of what the reefs of Krabi look like, even when the viz is not very good. Schooling with reef fish, there's red-tailed butterfly fish, there's Moorish Idols, there's long-tailed bannerfish, there's sweepers, there's wrasse. Fantastic coral coverage, barrel sponges, and these guys here, very common, long-tailed bannerfish, just swimming at the entrance to the cave on Koh Toroop there. And of course, if you keep a close eye out in the shallow areas, you'll probably find nudibranchs. I filmed 3 on this dive. And of course the name nudibranch actually means naked gills. The gills there on the back, those are the tentacles waving around in the current. That's how they extract oxygen from the water, same way that a fish would. And here you can see clearly the antennas at the front and the gills at the back. He's more than likely found something delicious to feed on there. Now as I come through this swim through here, you can just make out the shadow in the back of a porcupine puffer fish. They're very difficult to film, they're very shy. I snuck up on him very quietly, but of course as soon as he realised he was being filmed, he turned his back and swam away. And now at the end of the dive, I'm just coming up for my safety stop, and 2 of my favourite reef fishes there, the long-tailed bannerfish and the Moorish Idol. The Moorish Idol is the one with the long white dorsal fin, and those 2 guys are red-tailed butterfly fish.